I'm supposed to address the crowd. So, starting at 8:35, so I got 5 to 7 minutes to tell you all about one of the greatest motorsports that was short-lived ever, Group B rally. So you're probably, what is Group B? Well, I'm glad you asked. It was a motorsport from 1981 to 1986. It's famous for fast cars, like this right here. This is that is an Audi Quattro S1, driven by Walter Roll. He's German. I just butchered this man's last name, but I'm gonna show you a clip of that here in a second. And then that's also him in that car, same car, coming around a curve in a rally. And then since Group B died, the main rally stage that the FIA, which is the Fédération Internationale d'Automobile, it's a French oversight to a lot of motorsports. But I only care about WRC, even though I don't watch it because I don't have money to watch WRC. But anyways, let's get into it. The cars, the best, my favorite cars, like I said, have the Audi Quattro S1. This down here, it's kind of pixelated. I apologize. That is a Ford RS2. 200, really fast car. Ken Block has one. It looks really cool. He actually had two. One of them burned down. And then that little wedge that says Martini on it is a Lancia Delta S4, which was a rarity at the time because most of the cars that competed in Group B were all-wheel drive, and this was rear-wheel drive, meaning that the thing driving the car is the back wheels. But in this car and in this car, all four wheels are turning at the same time. Fun fact, almost all of these cars weighed less than a ton, and this one was pushing about 591, so almost 600 horsepower, top of 6 gear, flying down dirt roads, zero contact patch. Well, you could have sneezed and died. So, and then the Lancia, I think I'm saying that right, it's Italian, my Italian's not very good. That was making 550, also weighing under 2,000 pounds, and then the Ford RS 200 is making about 400, but it's significantly lighter than these two, just because Ford made this out of a all fiberglass body. All right, so for the crowd, they were wild. Literally, there's pretty much no regulations during the first few years of Group B. As long as manufacturer, they had to make 200 cars, which is homologation rules, where you make a race car for the track, but to make it you have to make a street legal version of that car, and the set number is usually 200. In this case, it was 200. So I'm gonna go over to this, and you can see how close this dude. This is Walter Roll, German-born Audi driver. This is from Audi France, so if it has words, I'm gonna make it for all you can't hear it. Oh no, there's no sound. Oh well. But look how close it's been. Look how close those people are.
Holy moly!
Literally, this dude's probably literally 120 miles an hour. People had to step out of the way of the car.
Well, that's confusing.
Yeah, this is what rally is mainly driving on, like I said, dirt roads, top of 5th, 6th gear, and narrowly missing a lot of people at the same time, until there are days
I don't want to watch someone get hit by a car.
March, I think it's March 26th or something. So there was this rally in Portugal. Can't remember the name of it because it's been a while since I did my actual research on this. Probably shouldn't tell myself, but some dude, he was a Portuguese driver driving for Ford, and if you could look, that is a RS, or it was an RS 200. What had happened is Mr. Joaquim Santos was driving his car. He came around a corner. There was a huge crowd in the way, so he tried to brake and not hit the crowd. Went into a ravine, and a tree went through the front of his car. He died. 2 children died at on the scene. A woman also died, and a total of 30 people were injured. This is not the only accident like this. This is 5 or 6 that happened within 10 rallies. So yeah, the FIA was getting pressured from the press to like either dissolve it completely or tighten regulations. And there was also another fatal crash within this rally, also involving a Ford. So Ford kind of dipped out of this rally after that. So with people dying, it was resolved, but don't worry, because now we have, like I mentioned earlier, WRC, which is the World Rally Championship, still hosted by the FIA. They post all the rules for it and stuff. Oh god, these are awful. I'm doing a speech. Okay, so I don't know why these are so bad resolution. Okay, so I just put the Subaru in here because I follow Subaru's rally team and their cars are freaking amazing. But if, as you can see, comparing it to the other cars, it's larger and has a roll cage, which is in this car isn't rolled over, but a roll cage is a set of bars that you put in the cockpit part of the car.
Yes.
So when you roll over, you just damage the body, none of the internals or the people inside.
I saw that
usually don't die when you have stuff like this. And also they have in most motorsports, they now have like ambulances and also like wreckage, like response teams. If you can see, this is a Hyundai IQ20, I do believe. This is a WRC car, and you can see these dudes over here with the vests on. They have to stop the rally stage for the next car so they don't run into that one. They waiting for a truck to pick him up so they can get him off the course and then reset the next person. And then also helmets, because helmets sucked back in the 80s and cars were just they were just too fast. Safety was really not a concern, and then people were just wilding like on the track itself. Well, not track, because rally is mainly just open like public roads that get shut down for that rally. So basically, with all these things in mind, Group B was the most awesome form of rally this planet has ever seen, but like all good things, it had to come to an end. And from the ashes of Group B, we now have WRC and Rallycross. Thank you. I did